Let's talk about what stress is. I'm going to bring it in a different perspective, how I have been seeing stress. So imagine this is you, and a lot of time when we meet stress, it is like meeting another monster that is much bigger than you. So this can be a person or it can be a task. So imagine this is like a level 1 version of you. So when you meet someone that is higher than you, maybe this is a level 10, task or a person, that is when you start feeling that you are facing another monster, that you feel that you cannot overcome it. You feel that it's hard, you feel fearful, you feel incompetent, and that is when stress actually kicks in. So this is not truly the truth of the situation. This is how we perceive things around us. So this can be maybe your boss, when you're at work, or this can be a task that you feel that is so hard that you have never done it before, but you have to complete it within a certain time frame, maybe in a few days or in a few hours time, and suddenly you feel that, hey, I cannot do this. So what causes this level 1 and this level 10 is actually a very subjective perception, within us. So let's talk about perception. Perception is something that you perceive, inside you. So what actually causes you to feel like you are a level 1? A lot of time is because that imagine that you are like a container, and your containers are filled with your own personal tasks and then your emotional feeling. And a lot of times, stress is when you are overwhelmed already and this container is kind of full. So when someone going to add in one more drop of water and it's going to overspill. So that is when stress actually happens. So stress can actually tackle easily by removing, or what we call emptying the cup, emptying all these emotions inside us. Yes, there are stressors out there that triggers the stress. But a lot of time I do not see the solution as handling the stressor itself or running away from the stressor itself, but actually going deep inside us to handle what is inside us that are so full. If we can actually emptying this cup. So imagine if we can emptying the container inside us, even by just half, even by just 50% of it, what's going to happen is you have a lot more buffer, you have a lot more capacity to actually handle anything out there. Suddenly you feel like you become a level 2 self, Then you look at maybe level 3 or level 4 or level 5 situation become much easier. So if you were to handle situations like a level 10 situations, then you have to be more than the level 10, then it will make it easier for you. So a lot of time, we have to learn how to handle what is inside the container. So let's talk about what is inside the container. So a lot of time, we are too overwhelmed with so many things inside our heart, especially fear. Different kind of fear, different kind of insecurity, or different kind of doubts, and all these things are actually kind of overwhelm our biological container, our emotional container within us. So what's going to happen if we are so full of this? We cannot take on any new things. We cannot take on any new tasks. We cannot take on additional responsibility, additional roles, and that can feel very overwhelming. So a lot of time when I deal with my life, I realize that it's not so much about dealing with what is out there, but about creating more space inside me that is free from fear, that is free from these negative emotions. Once I have more space within me, then it's so much easier for me to be able to embrace, what the world can give to me. Then I can embrace more opportunities to succeed in life. Fear is not the only factor. So you can look at other things. It can be anger, it can be your sadness, it can be your grief, it can be any other insecurities that are within you that creates worries inside you as well. Those are negative things. So whenever we have a lot of this negativity emotions that tends to actually overwhelm and then make the container full. Once it is full, then it's very, very hard for us to actually have additional one more drop of task. That is what I call stress. So to conclude, In order to better manage stress, I feel it's good to know the cause of stress. The cause of stress is not the monster outside, whether it's your boss, your family, your children, or any task out there, but very much to do with what is within you. So if you are able to create more internal space, giving this more capacity inside you, then I'm sure you are going to look at life very differently. You're going to feel very differently. You will feel a lot more freedom, a lot more capacity to deal with what is to come to you. So thank you.